Hello, friends. Today we're going to be going over something that you might not be thinking about when it comes to selling your art. For me, I always gravitate toward making little tiny pieces of art. I don't necessarily like to create an entire painting with a background and a scene, but I really like making little moments. And so one of the best ways to do that is to make clip art. I know the term clip art sounds yucky, something that feels very old and outdated, and it feels like I'm taking things off of PowerPoint and sticking it into my illustrations. But that's not the case. If you make clip art, you can call it clip art, you can call it illustrations, call it whatever you want. But if you're somebody that's like me who just likes to make little moments of pieces, maybe you just like to draw little monsters, or you like to just draw little insects or coffee or whatever, this is your opportunity to make the things that you like to make and sell them. So there is a niche on Etsy where people will make clip art or illustrations, if you want to call it that, and they will sell them for people to either use as personal use or as commercial use. You get to decide that. I will not decide that for you. Basically, what you're going to do is create a bundle of clip art images that all have the same theme, have the same aesthetic, and are ready for, if somebody purchases it, to use it in a variety of ways, whether that's for their business, for their journals, etc. Today, I'm going to show you how you can set up your files so that you can sell your clip art illustrations on Etsy or any other marketplace. We're going to go over two ways to do it. So we can do it in a vector format, which would use Adobe Fresco or Adobe Illustrator. Or we can do it the raster way, which would use Procreate or similar drawing tools. I'll show you how to set up those files so that you can make high quality exports to sell. So let's get into it. All right, guys, let's set up our file in Procreate. We can do a file of 3000 by 3000 pixels. That will ensure the file is pretty big. It's approximately, I think, like 47 inches by 47 inches, something like that. So that means your file will be big enough for anybody to use for basically anything, except like a mural. I'm just showing you how I am drawing something. It doesn't really matter. Just make sure your image, whatever you're drawing, is taking up the entire canvas. Turn off the background when you're done. Then you'll go over and export it as a PNG. That PNG you can save out anywhere. Your desktop, you can airdrop it to yourself, add to your files. It doesn't really matter. So each asset of the bundle you will create on a separate 30,000 by 3,000 pixel wide so that it's high enough quality. When it comes to Adobe Illustrator, I am making it that big in Illustrator, but you don't technically have to if you are just giving them vector files. So if your plan is just to give them an SVG, you don't have to make it really any size, because the point of a vector is that it is infinitely scalable. So even if you make it a 4-inch by 4-inch canvas, when they open it as an SVG, they'll be able to expand it. So it doesn't really matter. But if you want to be able to save it out as a PNG, I just recommend doing it at the size that you should be doing it as, which is that 3000 by 3000. Always export it as a PNG with a transparent background. You never want to export a JPEG, because even though people can take it out themselves, I guess, in Canva now, just do it from the beginning so it's one step removed. Save it out, make sure it's high quality, 300 DPI, and do that for each one of your individual drawings. I'm going to do that for the rest of these guys, and I'll meet you back to show you how I'm going to use them to create sort of that like mock-up first image on your Etsy or Creative Market listing. You don't need to watch me do this, but just know that I'm exporting all of these the same way I just did for the other one. So I just did a PNG, but remember, guys, we're in vector and we can use vector, which is a great thing. So we should also try to export in SVG. So if we have the ability to export an SVG from Adobe Illustrator, definitely do that so that you can give your customers both the PNG and the SVG, or just the SVG if you want, but that way they have the ability to go in and resize it if they want to, and so on and so forth. If you just want to give them PNG, that's fine too, but I'm giving you the options so you can do that yourself. So I'm bringing these all into Canva, this preview image, if you will, so people can see what clip art they're going to get when they buy this product. I'm just messing around with it, and I am realizing that I didn't have all 10 on there, so I will fix that later. But I'm also bringing these into a separate PDF, 8.5 by 11. This is what they will basically get once they purchase your listing. They will get a PDF, and then you will be able to link wherever these assets are. You want to give them in Canva? You can, but you can also give them in Dropbox and link them to a Dropbox, a Google Drive, any of that, because I believe you can only send them like one file when you send everything to them. So you can either highlight the text that you want to link out to your folder, wherever that is, or you can highlight the button and link that out. You can link both, whatever you want to do. Just put a link on the PDF, and then when you export the PDF as a digital PDF, they'll be able to click it. It's that easy. Okay, like I said, we did this a few ways. So we did the vector format, and we also did the raster format. And they are technically different files, but we've made them in a way that no matter what, people are able to use them because they're high quality, no matter the format, whether it's a vector or a PNG. I hope you like this tutorial. If you want to see more things like this, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, leave a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time.